Another faux royal tour. Didn't see that coming. Been talking about how they are reeking of desperation in 2026, more so than usual. And did not expect this. Let's talk about it. Harry and Meghan took off for Jordan.
When the world thinks of high-profile royal visits, it often imagines glittering galas, diplomatic handshakes, and carefully staged photo opportunities. But during their recent trip to Jordan, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle chose a very different setting, one filled not with flashing cameras and red carpets, but with hospital beds, medical equipment, and children fighting for their lives. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex met with hospitalized Gazan children during a deeply emotional visit to Jordan, shining a spotlight on a humanitarian crisis that continues to devastate families across the region. The visit was not about politics, titles, or royal protocol. It was about compassion. It was about children. And it was about reminding the world that behind the headlines and statistics are real human lives. Jordan has long served as a critical humanitarian hub in the Middle East, especially during times of conflict involving Gaza. With its proximity and established medical infrastructure, the country has taken in injured civilians, including children, who require urgent, specialized care unavailable in war-torn areas. Hospitals in cities like Amman have been treating young patients suffering from severe injuries, trauma, and long-term medical complications. During their visit, Harry and Meghan spent time speaking with doctors, nurses, and relief workers to better understand the scope of the crisis.
Jordan, where criticizing the royal family is not just frowned upon, it can actually land you behind bars.
Well, it's a good job you don't live there, kids.
But the most powerful moments came when they sat bedside with the children themselves. Witnesses described Meghan kneeling beside hospital beds, holding small hands, and speaking softly to children through translators. Harry reportedly listened closely to parents recounting terrifying stories of evacuation and survival. The emotional weight of the visit was undeniable. Many of these children had suffered life-altering injuries. Some had lost limbs. Others were recovering from surgeries meant to save their lives. And nearly all had experienced profound psychological trauma. For Harry, who has long been vocal about mental health advocacy through initiatives like the Invictus Games and his work with veterans, the psychological toll on children in conflict zones was clearly front of mind.
Well, I'm saying Harry and Meghan going to a place where if you criticize the royal family, you can end up behind.
For Meghan, whose humanitarian work predates her royal marriage, the visit echoed her long-standing commitment to women and children's rights. Observers noted that the couple did not rush through the hospital corridors. They stayed longer than scheduled in several rooms, asking detailed questions about recovery timelines and long-term care needs. They reportedly expressed interest in how international organizations could provide more sustainable support for displaced families. The trip also highlighted Jordan's ongoing role as a stabilizing force in the region. Under the leadership of King Abdullah II, the country has frequently positioned itself as a key partner in humanitarian efforts. While the visit was not an official state function, it underscored the delicate balance Jordan maintains.
It's interesting to see them there, but they announced this surprise visit about 24 hours ago to Jordan. They are there representing the World Health Organization. That's who invited them. And a source told People magazine that the couple are pro-family and pro-children, and their philanthropic work reflects this value.
Providing aid while navigating complex regional politics. Harry has personal ties to the Middle East through his previous military service in Afghanistan, which shaped much of his worldview regarding conflict and its human cost. Though Jordan is not Afghanistan, the shared themes of displacement, trauma, and recovery were evident.
It was only a few hours before they arrived in Jordan that we were told about this 2-day trip to the Middle East. I think what's really going to attract attention, though, is the fact that they allowed one camera in as they went to see some children who've been evacuated from Gaza.
The visit inevitably drew global media attention. Supporters praised the couple for using their platform to highlight humanitarian issues often overshadowed by geopolitical debates. Critics, as expected, questioned the optics and timing. But regardless of perspective, the images that emerged from the hospital told a powerful story, a prince and a duchess sitting quietly beside injured children, offering comfort rather than commentary. This moment also reflects a broader shift in Harry and Meghan's post-royal identity. Since stepping back from senior royal duties in 2020, they have sought to redefine their public roles through philanthropy and media ventures. Through their Archwell Foundation, they have emphasized mental health, community resilience, and global compassion. Unlike traditional royal tours filled with ceremonial stops, this visit felt more intimate and less choreographed. There were no grand speeches broadcast from palace balconies. Instead, there were whispered conversations in hospital wards and tearful embraces with parents who have endured the unimaginable. One doctor reportedly told the couple that international attention can directly impact funding and resource allocation. In crises like this, visibility matters. Donations often surge when influential figures shine a light on urgent needs. By physically showing up, Harry and Meghan amplified the voices of medical professionals working around the clock to save young lives.
Princess Diana and Prince Harry thinking he's the one to save the royal family on this fake royal tour.
For the families, the visit carried symbolic weight. One parent shared that it meant the world to know that someone far away cares enough to come and see our children. In environments shaped by conflict and uncertainty, that sense of global acknowledgement can be profoundly validating. It's important to understand the broader context. Gaza has faced recurring cycles of violence, leaving infrastructure severely damaged and medical facilities overwhelmed. The images from Jordan linger, a duchess wiping away tears, a prince clasping a small hand, parents standing nearby with cautious hope in their eyes. In times of immense suffering, gestures of compassion may seem small. But for the children recovering in those hospital rooms, and for families clinging to hope, such gestures can mean everything. And in that quiet hospital ward in Jordan, far from palace walls and tabloid headlines, Harry and Meghan's visit became less about royalty and more about humanity.